You're listening to ISA Media, American Pickers. Hello, friends, welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Frank Fritz of American Pickers was in poor physical health and a strained relationship with Mike Wolfe in early 2020, but things appear to be improving now. The History Channel reality series started in 2010, and Mike Wolfe and his revolving team of dealers, scrappers, historians, and treasure seekers have been unearthing the many amazing items that appear on American Pickers. However, Frank Fritz was an important element of the series before Mike Wolfe took up the quest. Fritz and Wolfe both appeared in the series until the finale of season 21, when Fritz quit, while Danielle Colby managed the American Pickers stores in LeClaire, Iowa, and Nashville, Tennessee. The two antique picker pals traveled around America, trying to outdo the other with their finds. For the longest time, Wolfe and Fritz appeared inseparable. They were a dynamic duo who helped each other as often as they'd butted heads, and even did the intro together. Sadly, Fritz's health took a turn for the worse around the same time he and Wolfe had a falling out. On July 14, 2022, a friend of Fritz found the 59-year-old man on the floor of his Iowa home showing signs of a stroke and quickly rushed him to a hospital. Fritz's friend called 911 before 11 a.m. with the message, "Via, I just showed up at my friend's house here, and he was sprawled out on his floor. He can't speak to me. He might be seizuring sick, I'm not sure." His stroke saw Fritz placed under an emergency conservatorship by his longtime friend Chris Davis, and he was hospitalized for a month and then released to a nursing home for recovery. He did eventually return to his Iowa home, but continued to experience medical problems. In the next few months after returning to his house, Fritz's caregivers had to frequently call 911 for emergencies. At one point, one of his caregivers called 911. "I'm going to need an ambulance to take someone to the hospital because I think they have pneumonia. I'm the guardian. He's handicapped. He's wheelchair bound." Since then, Fritz has remained in an assisted living home as he slowly recovers. A source close to Wolfe said, "Frank lost verbal and mobile, so that's where he has been. He is still in an assisted living facility." The same source went on to say, "It's been very difficult for him to find motivation. He found the motivation to talk, but the physical therapy he's not there yet." However, another source had a brighter outlook. He's been working really hard to not overdo himself and stress himself out and honor his health. A stroke is a dangerous medical condition to have, and it's excellent that Fritz is recovering at his own time. Before Fritz suffered his stroke, he and Wolfe had a falling out, which caused Fritz to leave American Pickers before season 22. The History Channel stated in July 2021 that Fritz will not be returning to the show, with little reason. While the specific reason for the fallout was never revealed, Wolfe and Colby's comments suggested there were some personal concerns. In an Instagram post, Colby remarked, "I'm truly saddened for the loss of Frank on the show. I'm incredibly sad for his struggles. I have personally watched everything over the last decade. I have many thoughts but won't speak them as they are only my thoughts, not gospel. I wish things could have been different, but we must be accountable for our actions when we cause instability or pain and suffering to others. Frank caused so much pain for himself that it has been hard to watch. I truly hope Frank receives all the help he needs to become well after years of being unwell." Wolfe said in an interview with, "We all do care about Frank, and we want him back on the show. I would love to talk with him again. We would absolutely love to, but he just can't get it right. Frank is just going through a lot personally with addictions. It's unfortunate that he's made decisions that have him the way he is." Fritz has been candid about his issues with alcohol, saying, "I went to rehab and I've been sober now for 11 months. I didn't like drinking anymore. My mom was an alcoholic and she died 5 years ago. and it was alcohol-related. My grandfather was an alcoholic and he died. That didn't sit well with me. Whatever the exact problems Fritz had with Wolf, they seem to be cleared up now, via QC Times. According to some second-hand sources, Wolf and Fritz reunited on Memorial Day weekend in 2023, 3 years since the last time they saw one another. It was a tearful reunion, with both men happy to see one another, as one onlooker said. Both were in tears. Both were crying. Mike mentioned how terrified they both were to appear on David Letterman, which was one of their first major appearances. He stated, "Nobody can replace you, Frank." He stated that Frank's uniquely humorous nature was what made them work so effectively as a team. There were allegedly some discussions about Frank Fritz returning to American Pickers. Frank Fritz's path in the 2020s has been long and difficult, but it appears that he is working hard to improve his circumstances and is succeeding. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my WSR Media to our channel and stay with us.